Welcome to the weekly watch list for the OBR YouTube channel for March 6th. In this video, we're going to go, as we usually do, into our three main subjects. The technical analysis for this upcoming week, i.e. the setups that we are looking to act on. We're also going to take a look at the fundamental drivers, what macro news releases are going to come out this week, and also earnings in the S&P 500. So, you are sure to want to listen in. Let's get right into this week's video. So for this week's economic data, we're looking at JOLTS job report on Wednesday, 10 a.m. That's the first thing we're looking at this week, so Monday and Tuesday are very clear. Thursday, 8:30 a.m. EST CPI and core CPI numbers. And as well, Friday, 10 a.m. prelim UOM consumer sentiment numbers as well. And now, as you can see on screen, is the earnings in the S&P 500 for this upcoming week. So, ladies and gentlemen, we do not have a huge watch list this week, just narrowed down to around 5 names. And that is mainly going to be because we are in times of uncertainty, as I've been saying for a very long time. Since this Russia-Ukraine conflict started to escalate, really, as well as, inflation reaching its all-time high in just about 40 years. So we're looking at a lot of very interesting things in the economy right now, and it's not necessarily setting up for the best environment for day traders to take to be a part of. But that being said, we do have some good things to keep an eye on, namely the indices. The indices are going to be what I highly recommend you guys focus on. It's what we've been focusing on at OBR, because if you can follow the indices, you can make plenty of money doing that just alone, and it's much easier to do that than scanning for all different sorts of names, when at the end of the day, due to the uncertainty in the market, they're just going to follow the index anyway. So for SPY, we're on the 1 hour chart right now, and we're looking mainly at 2 levels right now. Those levels being 432.5 all the way down to 429 flat and 428 flat. This is our support fractal and our resistance fractal that we are now in, bouncing around. As you can see, we've been consolidating for the last, 2 days pretty much. But that being said, once we do break above this, our next, if we do break to the upside, our next important level is going to be at this high here. That will really show us that we are indeed, done our macro correction from this part of time here, and we are now primed to head higher. The reason that is so important is because, first of all, we had a very impulsive and engulfing move to the upside off of a low, which is very typical for SPY to do after it's completed its correction. So this does look and indicate to us that the correction might be complete due to the impulsive nature of this impulse wave. What we're looking for is to confirm that we are indeed in a 5-wave move higher. So what we will see is if we are in an impulse wave higher, this is wave 1, we just had wave 2. Now we're looking at wave 3, which will be confirmed once we break above this high at 441.20. Once that happens, I will be very, very bullish. But of course it is possible that we break down from this level, maybe make a head and shoulders type of pattern, and then come lower if we do not break above that high at 421.20 or 421.20. If we do make a move lower, our price targets that we were talking about previously around 404 to 408 are still in play, absolutely, but the market environment has shifted to look more bullish than anything. That being said, we are quite literally on the brink of potential war, so anything can happen. There's not a lot that we can do, but all we can do is react to what price tells us, and we will have to see. We need more price information to really see where we're going. Right now, we are in consolidation between these levels. QQQ is going to look very, very similar, but actually looks more bearish than SPY, just because instead of being above support, we are below support now, and are acting that support now as resistance. So what I'm looking at on QQQ, if we do break above and follow what SPY may do, then this looks like it could be a expanding flat correction, A, B, C, and an expanded flat wave B goes above the high of wave 1 or wave 5. And if that is the case, we would break back above swiftly. But that being said, if we do come lower, QQQ will present a phenomenal short entry should we retest this zone before heading lower, or even just a breakout of this zone now that we can identify that low support. Boeing is one of those stocks that if you bought puts, you made money. Boeing has been really fun to play if you buy puts. So right now I'm looking for a potential retest of this level, hence my alert at 184.03. look for a retest and then a continuation lower, potentially down to the bottom line in our downward trending macro channel, which we've been in for quite a bit of time. So that's what I'm looking for, a retest and a bounce to the downside. Apple does look like we are forming a head and shoulders pattern after a breakout of this wedge that we've had here. If we do break below this support level, that will be a great signal to go short. But until that happens, there's nothing really to be said on Apple. Maybe even you can buy calls at this point or go long due to the fact that we are on support. Tesla is super interesting right now due to the fact that we just broke above very long-term resistance. We broke above on the 4-hour chart, but came back below and actually broke back below support. So right now, I would say we are more bearish than anything. It looks like we just faked out and could make a move lower, which does coincide with our bearish thesis on just about everything, but, SPY until we break that low. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really hope that this proved valuable to you. I hope that you can take something from this video and apply it into your trading in this upcoming week. If you did, all we ask is that you please leave a like and subscribe if you already haven't. And as always, on behalf of everyone at OBR, happy trading, and I'll see you in next week's weekly watch list.